What is going on, everybody? It is your boy Rojikku here, and I'm bringing you this video because I really wanted to get everybody's input on, how they currently feel about DOA6, the system, the stages, Diego as a new character. A lot of people are not really making videos asking, the casual players and some of the competitive players who hasn't gotten their hands on the game yet. They're not really asking like how you guys are feeling right now. Personally, me, I'm loving the game, but it's more than just like the top and the high level players' opinions. I mean, because Team Ninja takes in account like how everybody feels about the game, not just the top and the high level players that go to tournaments and stuff like that. So I just wanted to really touch base with you guys. We're going to be going over some of the new mechanics that we have here in the game, and also some of the old mechanics that are going to be returning. And like I said, I want you guys to chime in on this in the comment section. If you guys see me streaming or whatever, definitely be sure to tune in and express your opinions to me as well. And we're gonna get this video out on YouTube and everything like that, and hopefully Team Ninja sees it and they see some of the ideas that you guys have for the game. So yeah, we're gonna jump into it, and we're gonna start off by going over the basic system that's kind of always been in DOA since the beginning. And that's just going to be like the core design of the game, in itself. Obviously we have the classic triangle system that's been in DOA for forever, as long as I can remember, since DOA2. Obviously throws are going to beat holds, holds are going to beat strikes, and strikes are going to beat throws. And that's kind of always been in the game, and it still is in the game even in DOA6. So nothing's changed in that aspect. But I know there's a lot of people out there who don't like that system. And again, I'm going to give my personal opinions as well, but, I feel like the triangle system still fits perfectly to this day into DOA. I don't think they have to do any adjusting to it, especially with the new mechanics that we're going to go over after this. I think they help balance out the triangle system a lot. The only thing that I really wish that they would implement into the game is just that, I wish low holding had a little bit more recovery on it somehow. People use low holds to get out of stun quite often, and it does benefit them a lot. And, I think it's... I do it as well because obviously it's good, but I feel like if the low holding had more recovery and it didn't recover as fast, it definitely would make people play, more honest defense rather. I think their defense would be a lot more honest, and they wouldn't just, go to low holds just to get out of every stun. Obviously not every stun, but it avoids grabs, it avoids highs. It'll avoid a lot of the stun mix up if they low hold. So if they adjusted the low holding and made it recover a little more, then I wouldn't be against that. The next thing we're going to be talking about is like the new overall system, what makes the system unique now. Just 2 bars a meter. When the break gauge system was first introduced, there was 1 bar a meter, and you had to use the entire bar of meter to use a break hold, or the entire bar of meter to use a break blow. But now they implemented it so that you have 2 bars of meter. I guess they realized that without the 2 bars of meter, then the fatal rush mechanic, which we're going to go over, will be a little overpowered, because the fatal rush mechanic doesn't require any meter to use, but it did require an entire bar meter to break. So we're going to be talking about the break gauge system. The break gauge is essentially the bars of meter that we have now. It's going to be 2 bars of meter. You need both bars of meter to inflict a break blow, which is the really high damage, power blow looking thing that you can actually cancel out of, which we'll go into that later once we go over the break blow by itself. But the break gauge is pretty much your meter now, as I said, and you need 2 bars to use a break blow, and you need 1 bar to use a break hold. And that's really cool that you only need 1 bar to use a break hold, because if someone's just relentlessly going in on you and stun and you can't get out, instead of using low holds now, or instead of having a stagger escape, which we're going to go over that as well, because stagger escape is no longer in the game, you actually have 2 chances to use a break hold and to get out of stun. And it gets out of any stun that's not guaranteed, from what I know. If you're in a sit down stun and someone does a guaranteed attack or a guaranteed hit, or if you're in a limbo stun or anything that you can't hold out of normally, the break hold does not work. But like I said, we're going to go over those mechanics individually once we get to them. But the break gauge system is essentially just the new bars of meter that you have, and as well as using the other mechanics that require that you need to use meter with. So let me know how you guys feel about the new system. I love it, but again, this is about you guys right now, so let me know how you guys feel about the new meter system. So now we're going to be talking about the break blow and the break hold as well. I have some gameplay examples and we'll go over that as well after I talk about each one. So we're going to go over the break blow first. The description reads, a break blow is a special skill which has a powerful smash while parrying an enemy strike. Now, you know, talking about it a little bit before I show you guys the example of what it looks like. The break blow is extremely powerful. It does a lot of damage. It does get beat by lows, and on startup you can grab it, and on recovery you can grab it. So on recovery, I'm not sure if it gives you the high counter properties, but I know that you can punish it on block if you do grab it. And if it whiffs, obviously you can strike punish it or you can grab punish it, but that's just, you know, that's just, you know, DOA 101. But on recovery, I mean on startup, just like an offensive hold on startup, you can grab it just like an offensive hold. You actually get high counter damage for grabbing it because it is fairly slow, and other ways to beat it, you can do lows under it as well, or you can just hold it. So yeah, so the break blow is really extreme. It's extremely powerful. It does a lot of damage. There's actually a video I put up on YouTube you guys can check out. I did Hayate's break blow after one stun and it did like 50%. So, you know, if you think about it, the break blow is pretty much a power blow. The only thing that they really changed is, you know, the fact that it is a sabaki now, and you know what I mean, like even power blows, you can grab those on startup just like in DOA5, but you know, it is a sabaki now, so if you time it with the enemy strike, it'll beat them out. If you time it with the strike, as well as you can actually sabaki a break blow with another break blow. So if someone does one and you do yours right after, you'll actually beat them with your break blow. And obviously, you know, power blows took a lot longer to charge up and be able to use. But, you know, other than those few things, I mean, it's really, essentially, all it is really a power blow if you think about it. You know, it's kind of like they blended the critical burst and the power blow together. So now I want to give you guys an example of what the break blow actually looks like in game, and I want to actually show you guys something interesting as well. So obviously here's the break blow into the civilian is going to push him back, but if you guys pay attention here, Caliber Blades did the break blow and canceled it into another combo. So the break blow is 100% cancelable now. You do not have to commit to it now. So so pretty much essentially what that's going to do is once you do the break blow and it connects, instead of going for the whole damage that you usually get, like for example in DOA5, how you can go for a critical burst, you don't always have to go for a power blow. You can cancel the critical burst and go into any launcher you want. So just like in DOA5 and DOA6, if you do the break blow, you can hold, you know, block to cancel it, and you can go into a launcher, you can go into a sit down stun, and then after you go into the launcher or the sit down stun, you can go into fatal rush and do whatever you want after that. So there's going to be a lot of creativity with it, so you actually can cancel the break blow once it hits.
Man, he's a shot. Oh, woo! What a break hold. And he gets that high counter Izumi drop. It's his. Okay.
So the other new mechanic that we have here is going to be the break hold. The description of the break hold says, a break hold is an ultra hold which returns upper, middle, and lower attacks. So essentially, if you're in stun, or if you're not in stun, if you're in a normal state, meaning if you're just standing there not doing anything, if you do the break hold, which the input is going to be back in your S button, whatever your S button is, if you do back and S while you're in stun or while you're just standing there, you're actually going to avoid every high, every mid, and every low attack, as long as it's not guaranteed. Now, this is the extra stuff I want to add and want to help you guys understand. If I have you in a sit-down stun, and I go for a guaranteed launcher or a guaranteed strike, it's not going to avoid that. If I have you in a limbo stun, or in a situation where you usually can't hold, or back in DOA5, obviously, because there is no stagger escaping now, if I have you in a situation where my next attack is going to be guaranteed, you cannot use the break hold. You can beat break holds by doing grabs as well. It's going to count as high counter damage just like any other hold. So if you hold and if you do a break hold and I grab you, it's going to give me high counter damage just like in DOA5. So the next new mechanic we're going to be talking about is going to be the fatal rush. The description of the Fatal Rush says, a Fatal Rush is a powerful combo attack up to 4 neatly animated punches and kicks, making a first-time player look like an expert. So essentially with this, you know, they said it in their own description. Essentially this mechanic was put in a game for newer players. I'm not really getting into how I feel about it from a competitive standpoint, but I will say from a casual standpoint, it's definitely it's definitely something that I can see why they put in the game. A lot of the complaints from the casual and the newer players is that the game is very difficult. You can look at on any forum or anything that seems like there's casual players there. It seems like a lot of people think DOA is extremely difficult, and I guess they put this in the game so everybody can kind of feel like a winner in their own way. So it doesn't make a lot of sense why they put this in the game, but you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna give my own expert opinion of it as far as being competitive. From my competitive standpoint and from a lot of others, I did not see a lot of Fatal Rush in tournament. I didn't see a lot of high level or top level players using it just because you only need 1 bar of meter to break it. And you actually accumulate meter pretty fast. But, you know, in the future, will I see it more depending on what they do with the game? If they change the mechanics a little bit and make it so that the Fatal Rush has more use, I think that we'll see it a lot more in high to top level play. But if you notice, we've really only seen the break blow, because once the break blow lands, I mean, there's no way to cancel it unless the opponent cancels it. So, you know, if I hit you with a break blow, the only way to get out of it is if I cancel it. Once it hits, it hits. There's no way out of it. There's no way to avoid it. So unlike the break blow and the Fatal Rush, once you do Fatal Rush, it can be broken by the opponent who you know, the Fatal Rush is landing against. So, you know, I don't really think it's going to be something that we see in high to top level play a lot, because it can be broken so easily. Another interesting thing about the Fatal Rush is that you can actually go from the Fatal Rush into a break blow. As you just seen, this is one of my matches that I played at the event. You can actually cancel it into a break blow, and you can actually get more damage off of it if you go into the break blow into another danger zone. The only mechanic in the game that they added that I'm currently not really feeling too much is this new Sidestep. The Sidestep is extremely fast. Now granted, we're not really used to seeing the animation yet, but it's extremely fast. It doesn't have a lot of recovery, even though it is unsafe and grab punishable. I think it's very abusable, and don't get me wrong, you can still do tracking moves and grabs to stop it, but it's extremely fast, and I do think the startup frames of it or the recovery frames of it need to be a little longer, because it's very fast and it's really annoying to have to deal with. So yeah, that's going to do it for the video, guys. I really hope that this provided some insight for you to let you really realize how the game works and how the mechanics are currently working. There are obviously other stuff that is in the game, but you know, we really don't understand the entire game yet. We really didn't have a lot of hands-on time with it at EVO. It was really just get on and play when you can, and there was tons of people at the booth trying to get a chance to play it. So again, I really want you guys to interact with this video, share it around, you know, share it to your friends, share it on Twitter, everything like that. Please be sure to subscribe as well, and be sure to leave a comment and a like in the like section. And definitely be sure to check out my other DOA6 videos as well. I don't really make a lot of videos like this a lot. I like to make the stream videos and put them up because I get to interact with my viewers, but you know, every now and then it's good to make a video like this. But I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you learned something from it. Leave your comments in the comment section if you have any questions at all. Provide whatever insight that you guys want to provide in the comment section, and I will definitely be sure to interact with you guys. Also, be sure to check out my Twitch channel as well, because I do stream DOA5 whenever I do get a chance, and I'm not really too busy with work and everything else. So make sure you guys leave a comment, a like, and make sure you subscribe for sure. And also be sure to check out Zachariah's channel. I'll leave it in the comment section. He's posting a lot of great DOA6 content from EVO right now. So yeah, with that said, you guys stay godlike. Definitely be sure to check out the information section at the bottom, and be sure to leave a subscribe, a like, and a comment. Thank you guys. Peace.
He's got some new moves as well. We haven't seen them yet, but